The first person to probably say I love you was Radhika. I can't remember the exact moment, but uh, I think she would say the same, that it was her. Our dream vacation spot would probably be Hawaii. We haven't really talked about it, but we've been talking about Hawaii for so many months now that I think we both agree that that is our favorite place, and it's a good reason for why we're getting married there. The one thing about her that is my most favorite is probably that she takes life as it's handed to her, very easygoing, and doesn't stress out about the little things. The first thing that made me realize that she was the one was probably based on our thousands of hours of phone calls during the first few years of our relationship, when I realized how easy it was to talk to her and how nice it was to talk to her and how great it was, how great I felt after talking to her. The three words I would use to describe Radhika would be sweet, fun, and the one she hates the most, cute. If we had a dog, I think we would have to name it either Laddu or Chole. No doubt, one of those two. Over the years, I've probably visited about 15 baseball stadiums, probably 10 more than I've really needed to, but the plan is to visit all the rest. The first quality that caught my attention of Radhika was probably how interesting and how down to earth she was. Um, Mentioned this before, but I think anyone that's met her realizes that she's a calm soul and she's really easy to be with, and she just makes you happy just being around her. The most annoying pet peeve I have of Radhika is something she's well aware of, is that she spills everything. She'll spill water, she'll spill milk, she'll spill juice, she'll spill wine at any time and in any location. The first person I probably told um, that I was, you know, dating Radhika was probably my friend Heaton. Um, I think I remember the occasion we actually were in Texas watching a football game, and it was late at night, and I gave Radhika a call, and he asked me who I was calling, and I spilled the beans. Um, if I had to ask for one superpower, it probably would be to fly. Um, it's probably based on my life in Southern California, now in San Francisco, and my want to avoid traffic at all costs. So flying would be a great thing. Um, the worst and best thing that Radhika's ever made for me to eat would probably be the same answer, her sambar. The first few times she tried to make it was pretty tough, but she's gotten a lot better and now it's really good. The best and worst thing I've made her, um, probably the worst is some pasta that I just put together in a pot, and it was probably pretty disappointing. The best thing might be this tofu salad that I kind of created based on necessity and what we had in the fridge, but it actually turned out really good. So she'd probably say the tofu salad. My craziest idea, I don't think I've had any crazy ideas. I think they've all been very solid ideas. But if I had to pick one, uh, the pet rental would probably be the one. That's the idea that two or three people could rent the same pet, and when one goes out of town, the other one can take care of it, and when one wants to go on a run, they could take the dog, or when one is having family over, they could borrow the dog. So no one is obligated to take care of it all the time. I still think it's a good idea, but I think she might think that was the worst. Um, Radhika would probably say my dream job would either be a basketball player, which that time is past, or be a trial attorney. So that time is still here. So probably she would say, maybe being in the DA or trying cases in court. Uh, the one thing that surprised me about Radhika the most was how close she was with her family. And more than that, how similar her and her family are. It's pretty unique. I think over the months where everyone has met each other, they realize how awesome that is. But that was something that surprised me. The one article of clothing that I would like to burn of Radhika's, it's actually probably not one, it's one type. It's all of her sweatshirts, which are all probably about 20 years old or older. Um, she wears them every night, especially in San Francisco. Um, I can't hate her for wearing sweatshirts all the time, but some of them are very old. The one article of clothing that I think she would like to burn of mine would probably be one or two jackets that I have, and also this fantastic hat.